there was a game of Vladimir bot lane, which did get lost. They did lose that game, so definitely not a pick that comes online too fast. You know, I looked at KT's composition, and maybe they thought we just don't have enough engage. One more engage champion, add it in, but really just solidifying what that comp wants to do. They have so many ways of getting onto targets.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a theme. This comp, we're going in one direction.
What T1 will bring out in response, because Ezreal's gone as something that can get out the Cataclysm easy.
The Ziggs would feel so nice, but
Jin's one of those picks where even though he's immobile, you can play at such a long distance and space at the movement speed you get in crits that you can't operate kind of well against a comp like this. Jin Shen comes through. So to me, this feels like T1 are like, we need to win before we get to the 5v5s. We're going to have pressure from our solo lanes. We have the Shen to play around that. We have a lot of setup with CC, the point-and-click CC mid. Bot lane has setup for the Lee Sin. But what are KT going to bring here to round things out? Rel Misfortune, which you could just call Mel, but that's also a champion, so perhaps you wouldn't. Rel Misfortune coming through.
Misfell.
A classic combo that we've seen. And this just feels like this sort of team comp that you could see, you know, you slam it together in ranked 5s, which is now back. But you just go, hey guys, we're going to wombo combo them.
We do have game number 2 ready to go. Let's hop onto the Rift.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
Here we go, game number 2. And, you know,
Area is not bot lane. This is kind of the thing we've seen a lot in solo queue. Just not being bot at all as a support.
Yeah,
like
River
guys,
Shen.
Yeah, River Shen. It's back.
We have League Classic, so nice.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yep, time is cyclical.
And Cuz will be shut out of his topside jungle. This does mean a lot of concern for Perfect.
Remember lane swaps? They looked a lot like this, except it wasn't Jhin. It was like Cassante or Sion or...
Oh, Cuz actually is moving back over to contest. I think he's of the mindset of, surely Carrier won't still be here. He's still here, he's in that brush.
I mean, if you pull the wolves under your turret, maybe it doesn't matter if he's here. No, I mean, obviously, just gotta wait for the patience. Owner pulls it back. And
this felt like a bit of a time waste for Cuz. And I wonder about the consequences of this, because he's heading back to now challenging Owner's jungle, but he's been spotted on a ward. They don't have the full backup here, because there's only 2 members on this side of the map. But Carrier being there's enough to force him away. Oh, what a devastating position for Cuz. So much time wasted. He has done one camp.
Yeah.
One singular camp. And then he has spent the rest of the game walking around. Already Owner is 2 camps ahead. And the thing is, it feels bad now, but it's going to feel worse later, because now Owner has all this time to clear through these camps. And then what is Cuz supposed to do? He's just sitting there waiting for a respawn, or he's ganking. And if the ganks don't work, then you're in an awful spot.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good. He goes back to his red side jungle, and he's just going to take the camps that he can. Although, as I say that, Carrier is invading with Pays, but he does get his red buff.
Yeah, now he needs to go to top scuttle and pick that up.
I think he gets it here.
He should get it. And notice that Owner hasn't actually done his Gromp yet. I think wants to move to his top side and play the more defensive game and make sure Cuz doesn't do anything like steal away the Raptors. I think is the game plan here. Again, just limiting what Cuz can do. And now a telegraphed gank mid, because what else can he do with his time than play around mid right now?
Carrier's here.
Carrier's there to defend.
Owner's nearby.
And Cuz is just going to head to his Raptors on the respawn. So much time just spent walking around this game. And I think T1 have done a phenomenal job of responding to where they know he has to go.
Yeah.
And I think the big mistake for me was trying to challenge in your topside jungle. Not good.
Does he die here? I mean, with a Q and a crit? Maybe. The crit forward, and Fenrir has to flash away.
I'm going to say calculate, or the snipe. The snipe? Okay.
Yeah. He is playing against Jhin, and it's not his first time.
Yeah, he has cleanse here, so didn't have the barrier to keep him safe there. Was very close, went down, I think, 23 HP. Had a potion ticking, but a little bit dangerous, yeah. And now this trio, Owner, Faker, and Carrier grouping up together and just trying to make Cuz's life worse. Was already not doing too hot.
Yeah. Remember how you said during the draft that T1 were just going to try to win the game before the team fights really got going? They're definitely trying to do that very early and often here. They're going pretty deep to do it, though. I mean, EDD trying to keep Owner around, who is going to flash away. Carrier on the Shen, trying to keep them around. Q is going to land here on an effort. There's the root from the Rise, looking for that kill onto the Rel. They're not going to get it just yet. The accelerated Shock Blast doesn't land either.
Yeah, there are flashes for that Shock Blast. So some big summoners committed from T1. 3 flashes used. But they do force Cuz out of the jungle. That was the goal. They succeeded on that. Didn't get the kills maybe they wanted. But just further extending this jungle advantage right now. And now the top bot side camps are respawning. So reset from One is going to head down there. And it's just a matter of clamping down on Cuz and just not giving him any space to breathe and catch up.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue because we know what Owner's Lee Sin can do. And, you know, Cuz is getting behind, but also Owner is getting a lot of the camps. He's going to be pretty fed. He's going to have a lot of room to move around the map. As this is a nice equalizer, actually, on the door and kind of clips him against the wall there. And he's out of mana, doesn't have his TP, and again, doesn't have his flash.
You did see some nerfs to Jace as well on this patch. Fresh ones. Obviously, we had a lot of patches between last LCK and now, but specifically on this latest patch, we saw the resistances that Jace gets in hammer form nerfed down. So, especially into a champion like Rumble, who does just kind of melt you. Losing those resistances, bonus resistances, definitely doesn't feel fantastic. But ultimately, aren't able to shake that one off. Walks out of it despite having no flash. EDD just under pressure. 3 camp lead still for Owner over Cuz.
Looking for a little bit more. The root comes down from Pays, who's here from bottom lane. Effort, nice blocking so far as Cuz comes over and blocks as well. A little bit of turtling here as Faker nearly.
He considered that one.
He just barely walked out of that.
He was thinking, like, am I going to do it? Am I going to go for it? And the answer was no.
Yeah.
But now they are playing very aggressively around these walls and just once more denying camps away from Cuz.
Yeah. It's a, you know, we get 3 buffs, you get 1 kind of situation, and not just the first rotation, but the second rotation as well. So it's a team effort. Carry is always there, even Pays rotated up for that play in mid. And it's kind of what you have to do if you're going to try to make waves this early on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an Owner ahead, and they do have a lead. And it's obviously stopped Cuz from doing anything. But I think that the one problem is that time pressure isn't against Cuz. I feel like T1 shutting him out of the game is obviously a positive thing, but it hasn't like enabled their lanes to really twist the knife. Top is pretty even, mid's pretty even, bot's pretty even. And just a 600 gold lead in jungle isn't going to make or break this game, so I want to see T1 look to capitalize on this, especially when these neutral objectives are starting to come up. Dragon available, Grub's up in 10 seconds. I think the big moment with Owner being this far ahead already is when he gets his 1-item spike and Cuz doesn't have his. Will be a point of the game where he can really look to take over.
Yeah. At the moment, though, just very passive, just kind of hanging around mid. We're thinking about how to take these first objectives. You can see that Cuz is just on his Krugs, you know, just trying to farm it out. Owner's like, no.
Sorry, who's Krugs?
Yes, Owners. I think it looks like, yeah, Cuz smited that one, at least. But lost some of the little ones along the way. BDD getting some good damage in. Dodges the Sonic Wave. Owner in a very awkward spot. Has to kick him away. But still has Keria and Faker nearby. They're trying to take more of Cuz's jungle. And there's the flash. They're looking for the kill, actually, on a Cuz, but BDD lines up 3! And the wobble combo gets started early. Faker super low. And that'll be a double kill for BDD. Make it 3! BDD, my God, that was disgusting.
Absolute decimation. And we knew in the team fights that this KT composition would be strong. BDD says, we don't even need to wait for the team fights. You step up in my jungler's jungle again, I will take you down. And 3 kills for a Yone right now. Also did drastically close the gap between junglers. Cuz is able to pick up the dragon. The goal lead only 200. Let's watch this again. It's crazy they went for this when Owner is low and they already committed his kick, but BDD finds all 3. I think if he just got Owner and Keria, that still would have been a great play, still would have been enough. But the fact he gets all 3 just guarantees they sweep up these kills.
Look at this view.
Oh, this is sick.
We're taking POV to the next level. Over the shoulder. You can see his hands as well, which is really cool.
I want more angles. I want to see the point of view of someone sitting in the crowd behind him.
Yeah. Can we get like an above his head? Like, can we get like a hanging, you know, like a dangling camera above him?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little bit dangerous. That's probably fine.
Get a drone shot flying by as he's playing.
Why not?
Angle.
We have the technology.
We can do more. That was sick, though. Both the play from BDD and also the new angles we've now unlocked.
Yeah. Mid-season as well, right? Because it's all one season now, guys.
Yeah.
If you're a little late to the party. It's really
you know
cool
what?
to see.
It's the fact that they'll have been sitting on that. Because obviously that tool's been available today, and they're like, we need the right moment to whip this one out. And then BDD does that, you're like, guys, that's it.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah. They're like, should we get the king in? You know, like the king and Zahim moment, or like maybe the 5-man stun from Scout? No. Now we know 100%. We've had some cool tech, actually, recently. Even at EWC, they had, it was live POV.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
like
the live
team
POV,
fights.
yeah.
Especially for AD carries was really cool to see. Obviously, it's like a very tense moment. You have to get it exactly right, but I feel like they did a good job.
So, looking at how the game is going now, it's now a 500 gold lead for KT. BDD is very fed. That gold lead in the jungle has shrunk. And Owner is now on the 1-item Eclipse spike. And Eclipse is very strong as a 1-item spike. But Cuz has just matched that 1 item.
Yep.
Weren't able to really make the most of it. That was the big point I was waiting for. When Owner, when he had a 600 gold lead, to finish first item before Cuz and leverage that to get a big skirmish or team fight win, they have kind of missed that window. And that's not to say that T1 don't have chances in this game, absolutely not, but a big window to capitalize on now has been missed, and it just gives more strength over to KT.
Henry, you don't have to take the grenade.
Yeah, he doesn't have Vamp Scepter yet, or a Bloodthirster, so can't just take damage for fun.
He like stepped up to the 3. It's like, you know, Jin's favorite number is not 3. It's 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that in mind. You know, Fenrir's new here.
The 4th one is for Fenrir.
Yeah.
4th bounce, I mean.
He's been looking good so far. Hasn't been the main character or anything, but can't expect that.
Yeah, this game is more being a let bot lane, let AD carries chill. Often we get that with mages.
Is bot lane the new top lane?
Kinda, yeah.
They just kind of sit there and farm, and people don't really care about them all that much. I mean, it depends on the game, obviously. We had a lot of dives in our first series on bottom laners, but also more AD carries there. BDD isn't really bothered. I mean, Ione that picks up Bork this early on should not be.
Especially you're into a Catalyst. Blasting one dies, just not stacking as well of ages yet. Not that much damage. You can just jump on him whenever. Speaking of jump on him, Oh, the Sonic Wave misses!
Yeah, he just kind of missed everything. And now they're all in a Cataclysm against Yone once again. This time, BDD only going to get 2, but lines it up for the big boom boom from Fenrir over the wall. As Faker not going to take that one. Perfect. Thinking about going in on a Doran. A close trade here, but he's going to overheat. So Doran can just walk it off.
Yeah, Perfect didn't get the old value he was hoping for there. I think Doran could have been in trouble otherwise.
Did he get the Hex? No, he didn't.
That Hex gates? Yeah, Jace built them.
Yeah, true. Faker.
Jace Market.
Ooh, very close here. BB's looking for it. Not quite going to land it.
Does get the flash, though, in the end. So, still gets a bit of a victory, but very close there for Faker going down. The shield from Ona making it a little bit trickier on the peel. But ultimately, a lot of scrapping between these two. Perfect is in trouble.
Yeah, he's
what a
also
flash!
overheated as, yeah, they're going to get in onto him, and Perfect will go down. Nice setup here from T1.
That was so clean from Keria, actually. The thing with the taunt flash is, you know, like a taunt is a line, but when you flash, you're redirecting it to like one specific spot. So you have to know exactly where they're going to land. It's very easy to miss it.
Yeah.
So to confidently go for the taunt flash in this situation, very impressive, honestly, on this Shen.
Oh.
So we see here, Effa does have to flash away for the stitcher play, and BDD doesn't get as much value on the ult this time. Only catches Keria. They are able to clean him up, but it's a 1-for-1. Faker's like, you know what? Starts channeling the recall so he doesn't get pulled into the Realm Warp. Here, though, is the taunt flash, so he taunts and just flashes exactly. I mean, he obviously knew where he was going to go, but we've seen a lot of times people try and predict with easier skill shots and miss. He just read him well, got the taunt flash off, and delivers a kill over to T1. They do have a gold lead now, 1,100, thanks to getting that top lane tower. First tower of the game, so it's not all doom and gloom for T1. They also have Herald in pocket.
Yeah.
But they're down 2 dragons.
And they got to deal with the Yone
and
the team fighting. I feel like, you know, T1 having a lead with all the early game shenanigans and taking out an early turret, it's good, but is it enough?
You know, Doran's strong, so I think they need to set up and have vision control in the area first, get some poke down, and not just let KT immediately engage in them. I think that happens, they will lose out.
Steal Cuz's Raptors again, perhaps?
Why not? He's 60 CS ahead almost. 56.
56, yeah.
So
you rounded up.
Quite a lot.
Trying to go for Doran here, actually. Gets the Q3, and now Doran in a world of hurt is going to knock BDD back, and unfortunately Effort gets a kill, but it's
flash
kill on the Doran.
As well from Doran.
Yeah, it was
just a great play from BDD, catching him under the tower. We do see towers going down, though. Mid, well, one in mid, but that tower's going down. There's only 1 plate left for the bot tower. Even though we're getting these great kills, great plays from KT, it's T1 who are ahead in gold still. Just caught on the edge of the tower. And it just makes it so much easier to make the play. I think he might have still been a little bit cooked with all of them coming in, but the fact that he flashes and just dies anyway feels very bad. Okay, now Fenrir has the Bloodthirsty. He can just tank those bouncing grenades.
If he really wants to. I mean, it seemed like he wanted to. So
he just wants to see if his Bloodthirst is working. He needs to take a bit of damage, but oh yeah, it's working.
Perfect up a couple of levels, has Cuz nearby. Faker in a lot of trouble, and not even going to bother to Realm Warp, just accepts his fate. Doesn't have flash, used Ghost, and that's Faker caught in the side lane.
Yeah, I think maybe, I mean, it's hindsight, right? Obviously, Cuz ran straight over there to take him out, but I think maybe there's a window where he could have started the Realm Warp early once the Flag and Dragon being used, but either way, it was a pretty dire situation when you flashed us there. Good pickup from KT. 6 kills to 2 again. They have the kills, they have the dragons. They do not have the gold lead yet, though. But when we go to team fights, they're just going to feel so confident about how their composition plays out.
Yeah, we've already gotten a little taste of it. I think earlier than we normally would, especially with T1 grouping up as a team to try to pressure the jungle. It's a very aggressive couple of TPs coming up to the top side here.
You know what? I think Perfect might be a little bit dead.
Yeah, they also have carry if they need it. Nice dodge here on the Harpoon, just to make 100% sure. Gonna give this kill over to Pays. and they do not need Keria, who's heading down bot here. BD says, cool story, I'm going to get some plates and get further ahead, but again, it is just him.
He could have TP'd there, but opted not to. Figured it was a doomed situation. And I think the right call to just let him go. When it goes in, Realm Warp is following.
Really trying to make a play here. The kick comes in as he is kind of stunned out, and now running straight into Fenrir with a bullet time, but it just doesn't matter. Everett's got to be careful. He has to flash away.
Nearly died. It was a third shot, not the fourth shot, so he lives the one that he flashed and still got hit by. And we saw BDD at that time doing a more macro TP just to defend top lane. A bunch of plates picked up by Doran here.
Just trying to clear out the wave. Just gonna ult away for safety.
AT are playing so scared right now. Feels like they don't want to opt into these fights anymore. They want to play defensive. It feels like the call has been made. Guys, we need to scale up longer. We're not feeling comfortable right now. Look at the item spikes. In fact, the owner has 2 items. Hayes has 2 items. And they've just opted away from these fights because they definitely have a very defensive feel right now in how they're playing things out. Effort was looking for an angle here, but quickly end up disengaging. And it's the fact that BDD just TP's top instead. Doesn't TP for the fight. They go, we don't want to contest this. Let our jungler die.
Speaking of contesting, in live, it looks like T1 wants to contest the Scuttle Crab. Obviously for the Drake here, the Cloud Drake. Another one. And
so, BDD doesn't have ult yet. Fenris is coming up soon, but no ult Yone is a big tool to be unavailable.
Yeah, definitely a lot less lockdown for if they do go for it. They're just trying to burst down the dragon, it looks like. Perfect, overheated, and T1 do not want to overcommit. I mean, T1 just don't pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, and I think, KT, you're fine just leaving. They're not going to be able to take your mid-tier 1 because it's already dead. You're able to retreat round. You have, I think it's a Scuttle Crab, maybe a ward at Baron, so you're pretty comfortable with them moving up there. And a good move from KT. Able to get the dragon and get out. Once again, not committing for the fight. More defensive play, but they're getting what they want out of this. They're still down in gold, but 3 dragons in pocket feels really good. And honestly, Cloud Soul, when you have things like a Yone, less about the ult to give the movement speed, but just the passive movement speed. One of the most annoying things about Yone is when he pops his E and just runs you down all the time.
In the late game, he just throws a couple of Qs at you.
Yeah.
Soul Unbound, you're like, oh, I guess I'm just, yeah.
Give him 15% extra movement speed, and the outplay potential just is not there. So, something to play for with KT. But right now, kind of going back into that sort of defensive position. As long as they contest control of Baron, just keep up a little vision in the area, they should feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely kind of slow mid-game here. T1 were very aggressive in the jungle early on. And since then, you know, tried to do their macro game, get some of these outer turrets, but where do they go from here is the question, as we got fights everywhere, looking to get down Doran. BDD trying to close the distance with his ult, and should be able to take him down. As down he goes, it's a 5th kill for BDD, but they also got effort, did T1 on the top side of the map.
So I think this is a good play from KT, but if you're going for a play like this, you have to be defensive on the other side of the map. And the thing is, they actually already had a ward on Baron. So I don't see the reasoning for going in there from effort. It just gives them the space to start this Baron up. BDD's running over but doesn't have TP. But I think T1 are getting second thoughts, don't have the DPS to shred through it. Huz maybe needs to be a bit careful here. So they kind of call T1's bluff. They did have that ward in the Baron anyway. And now, once again, KT just happy to play things out a bit defensively. They might have found a window though on a Paze. There's a pocket of vision there.
Trying to get in onto Perfect with the ghost here from Faker. Should be able to. There's nobody in the vicinity. And that's a nice pickup for T1.
Yeah, the map play on the back of the Realm Warp and the Stand United just, even though obviously Stand United wasn't used there, but having those tools available do make it difficult for KT to match up. This was a little risky just because there's no TP on BDD, but as this is happening, like they had a ward on Baron already, and Effort's not in danger here. There's no reason to Hex Flash over the wall here. You have vision on Baron, they're not doing it. you're not in trouble. You're out. You're safe if you just walk away.
Yeah.
And you know they're making a play on the bot side. So while this is happening, there's no reason for you to go aggressive. And it was just a little trying to get the control ward in the banana brush, over-aggressive, and ends up trading unnecessarily. It's not the end of the world. It's not a make-or-break thing, but it's a little frustrating when KT do these creative plays and then just make a flub somewhere else.
Yeah, it does
Dragon
feel like,
in a minute 30. Once again, a ward in that position. Control ward comes down. T1 starting it, but stopping again. I think it's too hard. Started that Baron freely. It is a territorial Baron, though, not the Hunter Baron. If you were wondering.
Thank you for getting the correct Baron form.
So not the most dangerous Baron.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's just going to come down this 4th dragon. Often when one team has 3 dragons, the other 0, we'll see teams try and pull them towards the Baron, but I'm not sure if T1 are going to be able to do that here. Getting a bit aggressive on effort.
We definitely have some less side lane shenanigans at the moment. We have Perfect in top with TP, Doran's bot, but it does look like both teams are trying to set up here for this dragon. T1, good vision around the objective, though.
And this is what they want. Vision in the area, control of the area, and to get some poke down before the fight even starts. They need Doran here on this Jace. He is very strong. One issue, though, is that there's a lot of sustain on BDD and Fenrir. So poke on them might not stick.
Oh, they're going to get a root here on a BDD. There's the flash with the top, and the counter engage comes in, but the damage is not there. They take down the main member, although they're trying to get owner here. Burns to the Rumble, but now the follow-up is here from the side of T1. They burst down Cuz immediately. That'll be a win here for T1, as they'll scoop the free objective of the Cloud Drake, no doubt.
I think BDD, you just have to ult away. It feels bad to burn the ult defensively, but as soon as you see carrier moving in, you know what the outcome is inevitably going to be.
I don't know about Perfect here. Oh, wow! See you later. That was a home run from Jace.
Perfect not having the best time, and Doran just showing how strong he is right now on this Jace. So when things had kind of slowed down a bit in the game, a lot of defensive play from KT, it's T1 who drive the game forward, will pick up a dragon to Neither Soul, and a bunch of gold as well. So here, BD gets shock blasted, then gets hit by the root. And actually, I think he was still rooted when the taunt came in. I guess you just have to ult the root, which feels weird. So I guess I was kind of critical, but there's not... If you're not going to ult the root, which feels a weird thing to do, to just know in advance I have to ult this root, then yeah, you're kind of just dead.
Yeah.
And an immediate follow-up from Ona with a kick. You do obviously see Ona dying, but carrier gets cooldowns back and goes for the job and again. A lot of value from carrier there, and then here... Ooh. I want to remind you they nerfed Jace on this patch.
Yeah.
They didn't nerf his damage, obviously, but I just want to remind you that they did nerf his champion.
Yeah. I mean, Rumble's one of those champs that, you know, you're hoping to scale up a little bit, be a team fight threat. You're never really going to put Jace behind unless you have a lot of jungle attention or the Jace messed up. Jace still a very strong laner and was the first pick for T1. They knew where their bread was buttered, could have also swapped it.
Faker has Actualizer and is level 16.
Yeah.
So even though BDD is 5-1 and 3 items, he obviously needs to connect his ult, and Yone is a big threat in teamfights, but Faker can just annihilate someone. Kind of scary, if I'm being honest. I also think the broken thing with Actualizer is with a Seraphs that makes the shield massive.
Trying to find BDD again. In goes Owner. They're going to peel for him immediately, and Owner's just dead.
Goodbye.
Goes
Doran TP'd in.
Aggressive, and now Doran's dead too. Okay, couple of free kills here for KT, and maybe now they look at the Baron.
And I mean, that wasn't a throw. That was like a baseball pitch. Delivering the advantage straight to KT. In a position where the game has started to look a little bit scary for them. They get handed 2 free kills, and they'll take the Baron as well. Faker's fishing for something here, but he has no Realm Warp, so if he reveals himself, he could just be in big trouble.
Yeah, I think he's just going to back. No, he's going to stay. I mean, they have Asian mid.
Carry is coming as well, but there's no one. The thing is, they're flanking, but you want someone on the front side to force them back.
There's no one
There's
there.
no one there.
Oh!
They spotted him!
Oh,
They spotted
God.
him! He can recall in time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
He didn't recall! I thought he was going to... He didn't realize he got spotted. He's very dead.
Trying to actualize all over them.
Okay, I mean, it
And did,
shows
but he
how
died.
insane the damage was. But that was very goofy.
That was wacky.
This whole passage of play
Just catch the Yone, guys.
is very goofy. Yeah, BDD jumps over the wall, could have ulted over the wall, but had the tornado, not the tornado, that's Yasuo, had the charge to Q ready. And then Doran ends up TPing in behind on the Jace and just dies.
Oh, boy.
He did say game 2 would be the circus. And then here, Faker, I guess, didn't realize he got spotted. And then he was like, wait, they're all running here. And he does such insane damage, which is why it's even more of a tragedy. He just gets exploded and loses his flash as well. And now KT with the Baron will continue to turn this game around in their favor.
Yeah. Keep in mind, you know, it's you don't really look at the gold and say, okay, I know what's going on in this game, right? This is a very tense situation. T1 are not out of it, right? It was kind of a wacky play, but they have side lane pressure.
They seemed a bit out of it in that play.
They were. I mean, definitely a little bit of Lee Syndrome play there from Owner in that one. Or perhaps some miscommunication about how deep they're going to go on that. Or
the common theme of these two games is in both games, I feel like T1 have had a position where they felt very in control with the lead. And then it just got tipped on its head. And KT showed a lot of grit in these moments to turn things around. Last game, I felt like it was a huge outplay from KT. This game just kind of felt like a bit of a flub from T1. And now the game's starting to feel a bit more precarious. We're going up towards a soul fight in 40 seconds. T1's gold lead, pretty small compared to what we've seen earlier in the game. When we look at items, Pei's very strong with 4 full items.
yeah.
But, you know, we got a QSS now on BDD. Perfect got a Zhonya's as well.
And against Baron, they're going to be forced into team fights, and that's not where they win. not at this point in the game. I mean, unless they get a big pick quickly. And really, I guess that'll come down to Owner finding someone or Carrier finding someone.
Last time they exploded BDD, and then obviously went a long way to helping them. He does have a QSS now, but also I expect he will be very prepared for this moment. Remember, Faker has no flash, the one person without it, so a prime target for KT.
Yeah, just forming a bit of a concave here, KT, and saying, okay, where are you going to go? He finds Faker, but doesn't follow up on it. As now the equalizer directly on top of the head of Pei's. Easy smite for them. And that's Cloud Soul for KT ROLSTER.
Just beautifully played by KT. They're the ones who really more so dictate the pace. They have more engaged duels. T1 trying to poke them down, but BDD chunks out Faker, doesn't overcommit for it, just gets the damage down. And then when it comes to Dragon, they get it, they back away. Now for the rest of the game, they have that passive movement speed, that on-demand on the ultimate movement speed as well. I don't think they have the best ults to sync with Cloud Soul. You know, Misfortune channeling her ultimate.
Jarvan.
Stuck in the Cataclysm.
Yeah.
As
Rel
I said,
is like, I do my thing, and then, I mean, I guess I can chase someone.
yeah, not
A
the
little bit.
not the best. It's not your Rakans, right? Your Hekarims, but the passive movement speed is always going to have value. And especially, there's a lot of skill shots on the side of T1. Sonic Wave being a big one.
He's definitely fishing. I mean, he's got QSS, he even has a giant spell. Like, he wants to make plays. To me, this is like the playmaker build. And obviously, he's got his core, so at this point, you know, just kind of builds
The damage he
items.
does, it's just like a...
Oh, they found him. They got Owner, and they throw everything at him. Just making sure he is dead 100% outside of the equalizer and the bullet time, I guess.
You know, Owner has Flash, has Safeguard, so they do not hesitate. Equalizer thrown down on Pei's.
Stand United, but is still going to force the flash. And now the follow-up, the curtains coming on in. But again, no real lockdown here for T1 after Carrier is not able to taunt someone.
Able to mitigate it. And I just love KT's decision-making around going in and out. They will only go in as much as they need to. Will back out again, play it safe. Carrier is going to face check here.
Yeah, just trying to make sure he can't taunt away. That's a lot of damage on a Cuz. Looks like he got actualized. by Faker.
So much damage, though, when he just puts like a little... It's like the E, Q, W.
Yeah.
And the health just disappears. Owner here fishing does not see Cuz. And I think that ward on the left gave him a false sense of security. Having that bit of vision there, but Cuz was outside of it and he gets caught out.
I think that was the Jhin W. Or...
Oh, is the Jhin trap, not a ward?
The trap,
oh,
trap.
I think you're right, actually.
I think he just...
Okay, never mind. No false sense of security. He just didn't see him.
And he like sees Zephyr and he's like, oh, I'm okay.
That Jhin trap look a lot.
Instantly
dies.
dies.
Like a ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like it looks like a ward.
It does, yeah.
Are you sure it's a? I think
it's a trap. Yeah. No, it's a trap.
It looks so much like a ward.
It does, yeah.
It is a trap. It just detonated. What the hell?
It is what it is.
No wonder he was confused. Thought he had a ward there.
I thought I had a ward. That looks like a ward. All right, this is a KT Baron. They're just going to try to do it in the face of T1. Bit of damage on a Cuz. Definitely the poke is there. I mean, KT still have to respect it. Still a very close game. Lots on the Cuz, who's just going to back off.
Yeah, fourth shot will force him away. We do have Elder in 2-minute 40. And as much as KT's team fighting is strong, having to flip the whole game on Elder is not a desirable position to be in. Now, though, they are looking to start up the Baron.
Cuz
chunked again. Yeah, he's going to clear the Wolves to get a bit of health back.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, they can just take the fight! They can just take the fight! They're gonna fight Honor and 2 on top of it all as T1 get wiped on the Baron! And KT immediately call their bluff. Keria all alone on the top side of the map. And eventually he should be free food. They're gonna actually just wait for, I guess, Faker to come in and die, which is what looks to be happening. The Stand United is coming in. And Keria looking for the taunt, but Fenrir says, I want to end this game! And that he will!
Faker realm warp to try and clear out the wave, but they caught him before he could get to it. They get Faker, and because the rest of the team was already down, they're going to end the game!
Game is over, and once again, KT, they catch T1 unawares when they're not ready, and they take them down in a big match. The first one for them in the Legend group. KT bringing Fenrir the sudden call up, and they shut down T1 tonight.